Well, good evening, everyone. I'm DJ Sean, and welcome to the Tuesday night stream. Well, it's another night here in X-Plane with the DCS patch dropping this week, which is going to bring a whole host of new features and gameplay and content to DCS. We're going to be streaming that in a little bit later in the week, so taking the opportunity at the start of the week to do some civilian stuff, getting back into the commercial flying in both Prepared and X-Plane. If you were with me over the weekend, we did a nice Launceston return on Saturday morning. Saturday night, Daz and I took off for Los Angeles in the 777 to log on to the stream later on the next day, early in the morning, and do our landing all in real time. So it's been quite the flight simming week or a few days, which has been really good. Hey Milo, how you going? So we are sitting here. Actually, before I get started, if you haven't seen me before or new to the channel, I'm DJ Sean, and I am a charity streamer. I do this to raise money for our chosen charity this month, which is the Smith family. They help underprivileged children, and you can find all the information in the details just below. Alrighty, so we are in X-Plane 11. We're in Hobart with real time and real weather, and flying back to Melbourne tonight. So we flew to Hobart last night. It was our first time in VR using nothing but these guys to fly. So I'm keen to give that another crack tonight. One of the things I want to try though, and I think Milo, it might have been you that suggested this, was an option in the FMC of the Zibbo 737 to enable the steering tiller, which I'm very keen to try and get working tonight. So I will see if I can get that working real quick. We'll get the thing powered on. We're sitting here cold and dark, so hopefully, I don't know if there's a flashlight in X-Plane. If not, I'll just have to fumble my way around and try and find the battery button. Remember, auto-gen on medium or more. Oh, another really good point. Okay, Milo, let's get that going. Or you won't get night lighting. Okay, Milo, let me jump in the sim right now, and I'll have a quick look at that. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off on this. Obviously, I do apologise again for the horrible audio quality tonight. Unfortunately, in VR, I've got to use my little mic just here. So give me a second. I'll get set up, and I'll be right back with you in VR. Alrighty, so sitting in here in VR now, guys. So we want to grab you two and go to settings. Windows, is it? Settings. Alright, ooh, I haven't got my chat in game just yet, but we want to go to graphics. And world objects is on load. That needs to be medium. Is that the one? We'll click OK. It's probably going to do a reload there. Probably push back a little bit further, actually. How far have we got to go here? A little bit further. Perfect. There we go. So we'll go and sit in the pilot seat. There we go. All right. So before I do get started, let me just get the chat in here so I can talk with you all. So plugins, move VR. We'll chuck you right there. What do we want first? We want Twitch. I think that's the one we want. Medium quality, move to VR. Yeah, that's the one. Grab you, chuck you there. Zoom you out a bit. Guess who has a warthog? Hey Milo, did you end up buying one? Did you, buddy? That's really cool. You won't regret it. Okay, so we also need the Navigraph chart. Best. Move to VR. We'll chuck you there. Zoom you out really big. Pull you down there. Zoom you out a bit more. There we go. And we're gonna have stuff everywhere here while we're getting going. We'll go medium for you. Move to VR. And chuck you the plan there. We can close you. Alrighty, so let's bring you out a little bit. We can close. Can we reach you? Yeah, we can close you. We can zoom you in a little bit. And we'll put you on that window for now. We have stuff everywhere. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is power this thing on. I got it today. That's awesome, Milo. How are you enjoying it? Have you been playing with it? That's... There we go. That's what we wanted. We have got ground power connected, so we'll turn you on now. That was the battery switch. You go across there. That's what we wanted. We'll turn you on there. Logo lights. Steady. We don't want the air conditioning. We'll turn the wing lights on. And then that. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff, please. That's a bit early. Okay, let's turn you on down one.
Have a good flight.
Yeah, right. That's some quality announcements right there. Okay, so close you. Engine pumps are still off. I'll close you. Pack's still off. Start the APU. Okay, while we come down here. Other config, is it? Optional accessories. No. Back. We've got the, no, we've just got the door open. We want to have that guy on bright. There we go, so we can see some things. APU's coming up, but not up yet. Let's get some lights going here. There we go. So hardware maybe it is. Toe brakes, axis difference, symmetric nose wheel axis. VR, maybe that's what we want. Back, save, menu. That's what we wanted. Awesome. Nice. Let's go FMC. APU coming on. APU bleed on. Packs left. Packs right. Window heat. Oop. I haven't got the ding unfortunately tonight. Sorry Milo for the delay there. Got it today. Installed it halfway through a Zibbo flight, so only landed with it. Con gave me all his profiles for DCS. Still tweaking there. Yeah, nice, buddy. That's really good. Yeah, the Warthog will change your life, buddy. What did you come from first? What did you come from? Oop. Oh, internal lights, that won't matter. What did you come from before? We haven't done any refueling. Nav. Oh, the X52, yeah. I came from the X55, so it's a pretty big step up, isn't it, buddy? Position. We are in YMHB. Oh no, we're getting a little bit close there. There we go, route. Okay, so that goes in. The weight is amazing, yeah, absolutely. Well, if you want, buddy, for a small charitable donation, of course, I can 3D print you a replacement detent for your throttle. So instead of getting to the afterburner detent, you're going to have to lift up and across it. You can just push through it. It's up to you, but it's pretty popular, and I've done them for a heap of people, including myself. There we go, that's come up there. Hobart charts, let's zoom you in a little bit more. We'll go down with you. What do we want here? Hobart. The weather isn't fantastic here in Hobart at the moment. It is windy as well. Few at 2,000, broke at 17,000, temperature 9. Yeah, it's definitely 9. QNH is 9 and 9 are 4. So again, it's rather low. 9 and 9 are 4. 6. Oh, what am I doing? Go away. 4. There we go. You there, go there. Well, I didn't know it lifted. Yeah, it lifts, buddy. But there's a little middle part between your two throttles, and you've got two Allen keys, one either, or two Allen nuts, one either side. Take those off. The little flap will come up between the throttles. Just have the throttles side back like that, and then you can lift that up and out. And in that is a little notch that you can flip around, and then you'll get the hard detent that you have to lift and go over. But what a lot of people do is cut that, so it allows them to just hit the detent but push through it instead of having to lift the throttles up. If you don't want to cut anything, one of the options is that I can send you a detent that allows you just to push through it. So get used to it, see if you like the afterburner lift and board detent. It's a bit of a pain in the ass and a dogfight, but the choice is obviously completely yours. Alright, let's zoom you out a little bit more. Okay, so the wind 310, so it's going to be runway 30, I think, here in lovely Hobart town. Taxi. That guy there. Yeah, runway 30. So looking at the weather for our departure, I don't know how clear this is coming through for you guys, but 310 at 4 knots, visibility greater than 10 kilometres, fuel at 200, broken at 17,000, temperature 9, dew point 4, QNH 9 and 904, which we've got set. Looking for a little bit beyond that. What's the time now? 10:40, 17:07 to 18:06, which is now 35025, gusting 45. Holy crap, Batman! It is it's blowing a gale out there. Visibility is good and some scattered cloud around, becoming between 7 and 8, which we've missed. From 1800, which is another 8 hours. It's going to be a wind hour. Worrying about Melbourne. So, wind is 270 at 18, so runway 27 for us. The visibility is greater than 10 kilometres. There's a few clouds at 4,000. Again, it's 9 degrees. It's quite nippy up there. Dew point of 5, so it's getting rather close. QNH 1008, again, a bit low from 1000, so 40 minutes ago. Moderate to severe turbulence below 5,000 feet until 10:30. Oh, well, that's past. From 10:30, moderate to severe, okay, and then from 10:30, so from 10 minutes ago, that turbulence is subsiding to just moderate turbulence, not mod to severe. Yeah, Milo, you will need to, you need to take the little part off the middle of the throttle, the little flap there, to release a little clip that you pull out, and you rotate him around and put him back in, and then that will give you the lift for the afterburner detent. It's not on by default. Okay, again from 1706 to Zulu, 1706 to 12. The wind is going to be pretty rough. There's going to be a few showers going through the area. Yeah, wow. So it was forecasted. I remember seeing looking at the weather before. It was forecasted to get a little bit crappy and a little bit windy here in Melbourne. But and sure enough, yeah, it was. Yeah, the Allen key, buddy. Yeah, absolutely, the Allen key. What I'm just going to do real quickly, guys, is just double check on something here. Oh no, that was the wrong button. Steam VR, go back to me. Alt tab here. Bring you up. Where are you? You're there. I need to hang on to control to get you to work, don't I? Sorry guys, one sec. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully now I have some a alert now when I hear text come through. Alright, so we're sitting down here. We go from Melbourne, from Hobart to Melbourne. So YMHB. Oh wow, it's already there. I've already typed it. To YMML. Oh, I'm gonna have to reset a bit further out here, I think. There we go. It's looking a bit better. Okay, so it's going to be runway 30. We don't have a company route, so it's going to be 1333. So I think I need to get PFPX to point to X-plane, so hopefully I can import the route next time. Well, Milo, I am seeing some more lights out there on the ground, so you might be right, buddy. We might be good here. Okay, so what we're going to do is go next, and it's going to be KANLI. KANLI. That's going to pull you a bit over there. Whiskey 259. Whiskey 295. Sorry, not 259. I'm dyslexic. That was Whiskey 295 to Lonnie. So we go to the top of good old Launceston. From Lonnie, we jump on the, is that the M or the H? That's the H215. Oh, there we go. Got a ding now. H215. Through to Warren. And then we, Warren. From Warren, we're jumping on the, oh, we'll worry about that when we get there. So let's activate you now. We want departures for Hobart. Press C and then shift up arrow for a free cam flight. Oh yes, I know about that one. Oh yes, okay. Alright, C. I've got to find the letter C. Oh, my keyboard is miles away, Milo. That's alright, buddy. I'll remember that for next time. Can you execute? What's that look like in the... That looks like a nice, sensible departure. We'll have a look at that guy. What do we want? We want a SID. That one there, so we'll grab you. So heading 300, upright, and then, yep, cool. It looks all relatively simple and straightforward. Performance initialization. So what's one thing we need to do, and we haven't, is go... advanced fuel and payload. We're going to have a 58.8. 58.8. Oh, we can't do it like that. Okay. 16.7. Is that going to work? No, it's 6. We want 17.6. 17.6. Yep. No, 17.4. Okay, 58.8. My maths is great. Fuel, we're going to have... that's one thing we need to go up a little bit here. Minimum required ramp fuel is going to be 8. Okay, we'll just go 8 ton. CG shift 24%. Don't know what any of that means. We'll leave that. Save. I don't think I have to press save on that, but we'll go back here. Performance initialization route. There we go. So back to our plan. We have 58.8, 58.8 onto 0 fuel weight. We've got a reserve of 3.3. A cost index of 20. We're going to have a cruise level of 380, so 1,000 short of last night. Execute. The cruise wind is 308, 304 at 59. 304.59. The ISA is the top climb temperature is -50. You go there, you're normal. We're not going to do a D rate out of Hobart tonight. We will need to change you, 9er. God, you go slow. 9er, 9er, 4. The temperature outside is a balmy /9. /9. Gives us 97. We'll leave it at that. Short runway, I don't want to take any chances. Flaps 5. Gives us 4.89. Yeah, that'll do. We got 1. Okay, so 149. So we want 300. We want you on. 149. LNAV, VNAV heading 300. Yep, heading 300. We'll go up to 12,000. All looking good. RTO. Cruise is going to be 0.781. That's fine. We'll get up there a little bit faster, and you're okay. The forecast descent 110. Execute program. We're landing with 5.3. The plan has us landing with 4.7, so about 600 over. That's okay. Alrighty, so what we might do here is close you now. We're done with the plan. Alright, looking at you, buddy. What we might do is we've done that, so we'll put turn you on. We'll close the door. It's locked. Yep. Zoom you in a little bit more. So it's 300 to AbVab. From AbVab we turn right, go to Pajo. Yep. Or Pajpo, whatever you want to say. Then it's left to no, we've got another one there. Yes, we do. We've got Sorvi, and then it's left to Mondu, and then Canley, and then plan route. That's all looking really good. Okay, we'll chuck you back there. Chuck you there. Zoom you in a little bit. Have you there? Okay, so that all looks good to me. I don't remember any of the checklists, so we'll turn you on. It's a push out, it's a power out base. We don't need to worry about a pushback. So let's get cranking. So we will turn you off. Alrighty, all fuel pumps on. Anti-collision goes on. We turn the timer on. Turn these screens down a little bit. Flaps to 0. Quick check. You go on. We're all looking ready to go. So you go off, packs go off. Let's start 2. Start a cutout. It's a good start on 2. Let's start 1. That's going to be interesting to use the tiller for the first time. I've got it turned on tonight. Start a cutout. Looks like a good start on 1. Alrighty, so let's go down over here. You go on, we go down here. 1, 2. Up here, on, off, on. Turn the wing lights off. Flaps 5. Control check. Watch your knees. Okay, that all looks good. There's an after takeoff check before taxi checklist is there, but yeah, it all looks good. I can't remember it off by heart. One thing we need to do is change you. Used to Virtual Dean doing that guy for me. 3.8. Alright, that all looks good. Taxi light on, we'll go left and right, and APU off. Brakes are off. Bye guys. Okay, so we've got, gonna head down there and right. Turn in well, buddy. Ooh. It's going to take some getting used to, that guy. Out here on golf, and then right. Oh. Alrighty. Before takeoff checklist, flaps 5 degrees set, trim is 4.9 units set. Brake, and here we're going a wee bit fast here, so it's going to be left here. Yep, it's going to be left here. Looks like the start of a runway just ahead of us here. It will be Delta. Alright, so let's jump on the brakes here. Braking, thank you. Okay, so we've done the before takeoff checklist, so now it's you go over to there. Traffic you're on, weather you're on, auto throttle you're on, ding the crew, strobe, continuous, on and on. I think we're good to go. Clear left, clear right. Hey, Rocket Powered Hillbilly, how you going, buddy? Good morning to you. We're going really well. So I think you jumped on the stream last night, my time. It's evening my time, where we were coming into this lovely airport of Hobart, and tonight we are leaving it. So we're going to have to enter and backtrack runway 30. That's us just here. So we're going to go down to the right here and backtrack on 30. So we've done some changes to the sim tonight, buddy. We're using the tiller here, which we didn't have last night in VR with the VR controllers, and we've upped the graphic settings a little bit to give us some city lights, because it looked like the whole time we were flying last night there must have been a massive power outage in Melbourne and Hobart. Alrighty, so we're on the runway. Let's get some landing lights on. Nice and lit up. Let's get a bit of power moving here. We've got to go down this runway here and then do a U-turn. So we are on the 737-800 tonight. So we're in the 737-800 tonight. We in the Virgin Australia 737-800. So we're looking for actually some quite windy weather here in Hobart for the departing. It's actually gusting about 25 knots, which is about 50 k's an hour. Looking a little beyond that, Melbourne isn't looking much better. By the time we arrive in Melbourne, it's going to be pretty gusty. So that'll make it for an interesting landing. I feel like we had it way too easy last night with nice calm conditions, or a light wind anyway. We'll definitely be putting that to the test coming into Melbourne. Alrighty. There we go. There's a nice sloping runway in X-plane, which I absolutely love. I'm feeling my toe brakes aren't set completely right, but that's okay. Okay, let's get cranking here. So let's turn the turning lights off. Everything's good to go. Alrighty. Vandu, hey buddy, how you going? How are ya? Alrighty, up to 40%. Stabilize. Takeoff power thrust set, or will be. Brakes are off. Let's go. We're going to use the tiller here for just a little bit.
80 knots.
80 knots. Bit of forward pressure there. We've got control of the yoke now. Should be shaking like this. V1.
V1.
Rotate. That's positive rate. Gear up. Oh, we've definitely got city lights now tonight. Wow.
400.
400 feet.
1,000.
1,000. Nosing over. Let the aircraft accelerate. Getting a bit gusty. We'll go flaps 1. Middle marker for runway 12, nothing we need to worry about. Oh wow, look at the... Having been to Hobart many times before, that's the main road from the airport into the CBD. Oh. Flaps up. You go off. You go to the off position. You... Whoop, 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 whoop. That's still taking to get used to. We can turn the retracts off now. So how are you, Vando and Rocket Powered Hillbilly? How you going? Oh, great, thanks. Just got into work and getting an ER. Getting an ER? What does that mean, buddy? Getting like an earful or what? It's slow here. Oh yeah, right. No worries. So you get to watch Twitch at work. That's pretty cool. Ah, it's a Canadian thing. Okay, fair enough. Well, hello from Canada. Oh, we don't have a speed restriction in here by the looks of it, or we are ignoring it. Yeah, we have a speed restriction. Oh shit! Why did it turn like that? Oh, I think that's a thing that I found with VR a little bit. Maybe just this headset, but I find when I get looking, what we might do, here's my level change and make that 250. When I change my angle of my head here, it does seem to adjust the angle of the or where my virtual hands are in this space. And when you've got your hands on the control, that gets rather interesting. All right, let's go Command A. As I do my work and getting it done in a timely manner, then I'm all good. Some people listen to music, I listen to Twitch. That's really cool. I'm really envious that you have a work that trusts you like that. I mean, I think I do actually. I think my work, or my department at least, trusts me a lot. But that's really cool. Yeah, it's really awesome. You go off. Let's let the crew up. Oops. Logo lights off. Put a bit of background into the light panel. There we go. Looks a bit better. Standard. Standard. We need to up you a little bit. We'll go up to 3. We'll go. Ooh, we got rather high there rather quickly. We'll go up to 380 set. We'll go VNAV, so we'll accelerate the aircraft. Yeah, Rocket, I think you are too, buddy. That's really good. Can I ask you what sort of industry you're in, or what do you do, if you don't mind me prying at all? So we're on that guy now. I make maps and draft planes such as oil well sites, drill paths and pipelines. Yeah, wow, nice. What made you get into that? Is it something that you have like a passion for maps, and is that how you got into it, or that might sound like a really dumb question, but I have a passion for geography. That was going to be one of my questions actually, and cartography, and studied as a cartographer. Oh wow, beautiful. What is it? Can I just ask you, what is it about the geography that you find so appealing? Is it just the shapes and the beauty of what's created, and is that what? probably getting really personal here. Just tell me to shut up if I am. Alright, we'll let the... we don't get many bumps out of... actually, we might just wait till we get through this cloud layer here. Ooh, there's the... there's the strobes. Oh, they're violent. Oh, aren't they what? There we go, through the cloud. Oh, that was violent. No bumps. No, let's let the packs up. There we go. I think we are still going through a few clouds here, but nice and smooth. Ah ha ha! Do a barrel roll. Larrikin, how come that's not working for you when we stream X-Plane? I thought I fixed it. And good day. Hey Larrikin, how you going, buddy? Flashbangs, yeah, no kidding. It's, they still haven't fixed that in X-Plane. I think that was a problem since X-Plane 10. The cloud doesn't look half bad. Still see the damn light through it. Definitely the beauty of the final product and the challenge of how accurate you have to be keeps me learning and my mind refreshed. Yeah, nice, mate. I can see how that would be satisfying. That's really good. Oh, well, welcome to the channel, buddy. I'm very appreciative that you found me. Are you much of a fan of this style of simming or these videos, or what do you kind of like? There's 2-0. We're looking good. Ugh. Two to 8. But maybe we're going to fly this thing on about 10. I should probably get used to that. X-Lane still needs not to have over bright airport lights from many miles out. Yeah, Milo, absolutely. I think you and I touched on this last night where we could pretty much see Hobart Airport from the moon. But yeah, it is in X-Lane anyway. It is rather bright. Sure, IFR really isn't very IFR if you can see the airport from 60 miles out through cloud. What do you got here? What's this guy do? Oh yeah? Bit of light. That's nice. Got my coffee here. Actually, I'm a lover of simulations, but never got into flight sim genre until a month ago, and I've been vertical for 38 years and loving X-Plane. Oh, lovely. That's great. Well, welcome to the hobby. As someone who's been in the hobby for almost 20 years, probably about 18 years, maybe, no, about 20 years actually. It's good. We've come a hell of a long way. So X-Plane that you're using now has definitely come leaps and bounds, and especially in the whole VR. It makes me sit here and talk to you like a dickhead, looking like a dickhead, but it's fun nevertheless. It's come a hell of a long way. That's one thing I've always done. I'm in IT myself, so I have an appreciation for a fast computer and gaming, and I always, it's funny, through all my life of building computers, and I've built every computer I've ever had, except the very first one, but I've always chased down, when I've been building my computer, I've always chased down a computer that's fast enough to run the sim how I want it. And when I say the sim, I mean like X-Plane or Prepared 3D, which is another flight sim. And then because these engines take so much power to use, it meant that every other application I used in games and all that sort of stuff ran absolutely perfect. So it was really a good way of doing it. Yeah, the Hornet ISIS will be really good value. I think that patch is tomorrow or tomorrow night. So that's why I'm getting a bit of commercial flying out early this week, and then we'll hit DCS pretty hard later in the week. The VR is what caught my attention to your channel, and I don't think it's stupid. Quite interesting, actually. No, I don't think it's stupid at all. I think it's the way we're going, and I absolutely love it. Just you look a bit funny, but that's all right. I'm used to looking funny, but. I've done a couple of flights in VR prior to, I guess, last night, where I decided I'm going to do a flight in VR and not use controllers like my Thrustmaster Warthog joystick, and only use these guys. I landed a bit firm. You can go back and watch that landing, but I was really impressed with it. Actually, it left me wanting more, and here I am tonight. Daz, one of my subscribers who I've done a lot of flying with, gave me a polite suggestion of 3 little letters is all I needed to do tonight, which is DCS. But unfortunately, I didn't listen to him because I really wanted to have another crack at X-Plane. There we go. We can see Launceston there, Milo. We can see Launceston from the moon. All my vids are in VR and he finds Sean's. Variety is the spice of life, Milo. Variety is the spice of life. One thing I need to work out, Milo, and you might be able to help me here, is I need to get, especially when I'm doing single aircraft ops or single pilot ops like this, I need to get a checklist into VR. And I know if I go here, Windows, I've got text file, checklist. Load new checklist. Uh-oh. It's asking me to do that. I'm wondering if I can go here really quick. Sorry guys, Flight Sim's just having a bit of a conniption there, but I've got here. Well, I have a PDF, and for some reason I'm on the other side of the flight deck. I've jumped to the FO spot. So let's grab and chuck that there, because I feel like I might have just worked this out. We're back on the flight deck. You can use Avitab. Yeah, I've heard of that, but I'm just going to try this out. I'm probably going to end up crashing my sim here, but let's give this a crack. What's that guy going to do? That's a PDF, but clicking on it does nothing.
10 object.
Ooh.
End object.
Ooh. Okay, that's not what we okay. Well, one thing I should have done is I don't need to use everything. I could just chuck it in that. I could just chuck it in my flight plan, and have it as PDF and open up through this guy here, through advanced menu, and go to plugins and go to Move VR and just open it up with a window like that. Don't know why I didn't even think of that, but anyway. Rocket, yeah, I do. I try to cover off a lot of flight sims, so just on the weekend, on Saturday morning, I did a Melbourne to Launceston flight. Launceston is an airport we're just flying over now. We are in Tasmania, for your information. We're at Hobart, which is the capital of Tasmania, but south. So we are literally just about to fly over Launceston, where I flew into on Saturday. I flew in Prepared 3D, which is another flight sim. And then that night, Daz, one of my subscribers, and we flew real time from Sydney through to Los Angeles. So you can find those videos. Those videos are there, and they're also on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DJSean00. Yeah, we did that real time, and that was a lot of fun. Over the top of Lonnie. So this is, yeah, about 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. my time, so it's 9:20 p.m. my time now. So I did jump on a little bit later tonight to get VR running and streaming and in X-Plane is a bit of a task in itself to do. So I underestimated how much time I would need. So I ran a little bit late tonight, but yeah, about 8 p.m. my time, so about an hour and 20 minutes from now. Sorry, an hour and 20 minutes ago is when I normally jump on. Okay, so about 7 a.m. your time is when I'm jumping on. Got a nice 55 knot headwind here, that's not great. Rocket, it really depends. Some nights 4 or 5 hours, other nights maybe 2, 3. Tonight's going to definitely be maybe a 2.5 hour stream. I've got a very, very early start in the morning. I work for an airline, so I'm not accustomed to seeing these things a lot. So an early start tomorrow for me, which means I need to try and get into bed early-ish tonight. Nice cloud we got there. Nothing in the weather radar. Turn you off. Yeah, buddy. Do you do any streaming yourself, or are you just a consumer of Twitch? Should dial up 1141. We've got it set there. Let's chuck you up there. Oh, hello. Oh, Rocket! Billy, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. As a subscriber, and I need to try and do this in VR where I can't reference my list, you get a whole bunch of points that you can spend on stream in the overlay. You'll get, if you join our Discord, you'll get a special rank there. You get to jump into the subscriber-only stream sessions that I do. You get to drive a lot of the content I want to do by making suggestions. Your vote counts more than anyone's. Yeah, welcome to the channel. I've dabbled into streaming. You work at Brisbane Airport, mate. Worked at GC Airport for 8 years. No, Vandu, well, I have worked there, but I work in our head office here in Brisbane. So I was actually out at Brisbane Airport today for a few hours. We were doing a release of some fantastic software to help our guest services or ground services teams. So that was really good. Okay, so it was going to be. I will have to bring up the chart, not my chart, my flight plan again, and have a look at the weather because I don't remember the QNH for Melbourne. So, Rocket, for your perspective, we are flying from Hobart through to Melbourne. Melbourne voted one of the world's most livable cities many times in a row. It's the city that I'm from originally. So they've had some really gusty weather. There's some really gusty winds up and down the east coast of Australia at the moment. So I was hoping to capitalise on some of that, but using X-Plane's live weather feature, seems like I didn't get any real wind down there in Hobart. Took your advice and purchased a Samsung Odyssey, now waiting for it to arrive. Absolutely awesome there, buddy. I can't, on my, you'll probably be able to see, but on my, see here, whoop, I can't see your name, it's in black. Oh, eighth. Hey, buddy. Sorry, I don't. Your name is black and on a purple background. It's really hard to read. So my apologies. I don't know why I was looking up there when I'm in cruise and I could just sit here and look at it like this. Like, how cool is this? I can just chuck that there. I feel like I'm going to do some long flights in this and sit here watching YouTube or something. 1,000 a level check. What have we got here? Well, congratulations on your Samsung HMD Odyssey. I think it is by far one of the best VR headsets you can get for the price. I'm using it right now, and I really do enjoy it. Oh, that's all right, Rocket. No worries, buddy. Yeah, absolutely. It makes perfect sense. You don't want to spend some money if you can't watch. Oh, you're a huge fan of F1? Yeah, lovely. I fell out of F1 for a little while. I used to go and watch it all the time, but I've really fallen away from it. And that's something I really want to get into again. I do follow Lewis Hamilton a little bit, so yeah, I like to keep a little bit of information about what's going on. Alrighty, well, let's. We're going to have a relatively short cruise here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, that's a rather small button to push, there we go. So we'll get the charts up for Melbourne here. Oh yes, that might be useful there, guys. As you can see, obviously Tassie is one of the most southern, or the southernmost tip of Australia. And we're flying from here from Hobart, and we've flown up to Launceston, which is just here I spoke about earlier. We're now leaving the coast behind and land behind to go across the water here. Oh yeah, Rocket. Well, you're looking at the Navigraph Charts desktop application right here. I think that's where my camera is. You're probably over there, but this is the Navigraph Chart desktop app. Well, it's not for X-Plane. It's for your desktop, but I use some software to bring in Windows into X-Plane, and you're seeing it here. They've got a piece of software called SimLink, I think, made by Navigraph, which connects to all Sims, X-Plane, Prepared, FSX. And it puts your overlay, SimLink, puts your overlay in there, so it sounds like you already know what I'm talking about. And for the situational awareness, it really does help. Another VOS virtual flight, offline this one. So we're simming it, being offline and not on VATSIM. I don't know what I'm going to use for a push-to-talk button if I don't have a flight. If I'm not using my HOTAS, I don't know what I'm going to use for a push-to-talk. The mic button in this is the toga button. Okay, so we need to get organised Warren arrival. So let's get the easy stuff out of the way first. So we know we're going to a runway. We know we need a ground chart here. And I think I've just gone past it. Airport info. That's got a little bit funky on me last night when I was looking at Melbourne charts. They were getting a little bit delayed. Don't know if that's just an app thing, but we'll see. Coming up. There we go. Got you. Approach. Runway 27, we'll go for the ILS Z. Come on. I wonder if we just re-center that, will it'll work a bit better. Oh no. Come back to me, Navigraph. Ooh, that was a bit laggy. Alright, let's go back out here. Let's go go back to Melbourne. Melbourne charts. Runway 27. if we go to you, does that, yeah, you work. Yep, there we go. We got runway 27 up. Now we need to get the start. It wasn't that difficult last night. So the plan. Oh, we really need to get onto this. Advanced plugins. Yep. Actually, what we'll do is we'll take that off. We'll chuck you back up here just for a second while I sort through the plan. Advanced plugins. Move. Enter. Chuck you there. We want that guy there. We can close you. We're going to grab you. We're going to grab you. Pull you down here. Okay, looking at the chart. We want to go up one or down? We want to go down. Okay, Warren, Mont 1 Alpha. There it is, the Mont 1 Alpha. Warren, Monty. No, we don't want the Mont 1 Alpha. Was that the Mont 1 Alpha? It was. We want the Warren 4 Alpha by the looks of it. That's not where we want to go. It just doesn't like that. It doesn't like that selection area just there. Oh, there we go. That's what we want. The Warren 4... the Warren 4 Alpha arrival for runway 27. Departures, arrivals. ILS Z on the Warren 4 Alpha. We will go via Visus. We do. Execute, execute, legs. That's what we want. Okay, let's check that out. Let's zoom you in a little bit. Do you work okay? Oh yeah, you work alright. So it's Warren to Mitcham at 230 knots. Warren to Mitcham 230 knots. From Mitcham it's then Monty and Visas at 2,500 or above. From Monty it's then to Sander. Yeah, okay, so Monty, Mitcham, Monty, Sander. No, it's not. We're not going to runway 16. We're going here. Come on, Sean. And visas at 185. Visas, oh, we want to be 185. 2,500 above. That won't be on that chart. That'll be on that chart. Visas 2,500 at 185. 185 slash, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna hard altitude set that because I don't like enter above that close to finals. No worries, Rocket. We'll see you soon, buddy. Okay, so we had initial index performance. We had 58.8. 63.9. 63.9 gives us a 140. 40 at 140s. We'll go auto brakes 2. We want to have 2, 6, 3, 2, 6, 3. We'll just get a descent altitude in there now. Oh, it's giving the wrist a workout. Go down to 20. I'll go down to 20,000 initially because my wrist is about to break. 1093. We'll go 1141 on that side, flick you up, turn you off. We have a 610 for the decision height. Oh, this is going to go well. This was a pain in the ass last night, and then I hit the reset button by accident, and then it goes back to 0. We're up to 300. Whoop. Got a bit dicey there. $4.50, need to give my wrist a rest. This one here. $6.10 set. Oh god, that was an effort. Okay, so let's do a bit of an approach briefing here. So we're going to be doing the we're getting some moving around with the old guy there. So we're doing the Warren 4 Victor arrival, Warren 4 Alpha arrival from Mitcham, Monty, and then to visas. Mitcham we need to be at 230, visas we need to be at 185 at 2,500 or feet or above. From there we're jumping on the ILS for runway 23, it's course heading 263, 1093, 1093, and we've got a decision height of 610 feet, which is what we've got set on the Barrows. In the event we have to go around, it's track 263, climb to 4,000 or directed by ATC. If all goes well, we'll pull up here on runway 27, which is just here. We'll come off on the high speed November. Failing that, we'll pull off on Mike. If we don't get off on Mike, we've got bigger problems. Back via Echo, cross runway 16 onto Alpha, down Alpha and into the bay. Alrighty, we've got flaps 40 landing tonight. It'll be 140, 145 down finals. It's auto brake 2. We're under our weight, so all is good. That's what I wanted to look at, was the QNH for Melbourne. Melbourne QNH 1008. 1008. 1008. 1008. Alrighty. Good to go. That should be all we need to do. I'll go back to here. We can close you. There we go. Descent checklist, pressurization 450. Oh god, 450. Approach briefing completed. Auto brake 2. We're good to go. There's top of descent. Down we go. Drag required. Acknowledged. Interesting that we haven't picked up Melbourne yet. 1141, 1141. What cycle you? We should have you by top of descent. Interesting. Alright, down we go. What are you doing, aeroplane? Are we going to do an idle descent or what? Looks like we're having some wind changes here, which is maybe messing with the autopilot or the auto throttle in particular. Woo-hoo-hoo, that's a steep descent. Go, baby, go. Still nothing on the VOR. It's really, really odd. Yeah. Really wants that VNAV speed. Sorry, FMC speed. It really wants us to hold that 280. The wind is only dancing around a few knots. It's nothing massive at the moment. Interesting to see how it handles the gusts if we get some down in Melbourne. Oh, don't even think about it. Make the jump. Go. Don't even think about it, buddy. Yeah, runway 1 aviation, don't even think about it. If you're holding back because of cost or whether you think it's worth it or not, 64-bit simulator is not going to run out of memory on you unless you run out of physical memory. It's not going to be curtailed by the same problems that a 32-bit application is going to run. Jump, mate, buy the academic version of Prepared 3D if that license suits you, and don't even think about it. Go for it. Since I jumped to Prepared 3D back in 2.4, 2.5, I've never looked back. What's runway 01? What's your main concern about not making the jump, or thinking about it? What's I guess the area of concern with jumping to Prepared 3D? Ah, sure, yeah, It's just the cost of doing business, buddy. It's the natural evolution. Yeah, I hear. And these aren't cheap. Like the 777's 100 something bucks. 73, like, similarly priced. A 74 much the same. Yeah, do it. You won't look back, buddy. One of my friends has had a couple of crashes in Prepared 3D, but I've never had a crash in Prepared 3D version 3 ever. Never had an issue. Oh, I got a couple of runway lights that don't work, but that's a scenery problem. That's not a sim issue. But it's the way of the future, buddy. You're hanging on to legacy technology. Just one tip for Prepared 3D is think of the settings in FSX going to high as their absolute maximum high. Prepared 3D allows you to go one step further to max. So if you think, what settings you've got right now in FSX might be all maxed out or might be very high, if you match those very high settings in Prepared 3D, you won't get the performance that you do in FSX. And that's because they take it one step further. You can go to higher resolutions and high resolutions and a much more detail, because they've almost basically given you an extra notch to go up. So just keep that in the back of your mind. It's a common problem when people go to Prepared 3D. What we might do is that cloud's coming up on us. We might sit people down before we get into it. Ooh, cabin crew, prepare for landing. No, you're very welcome, Runway 01. Ask any question you want. Ooh, we are getting some couple of little GVs there coming into VR. That's all right. We can see some airport from about 50 miles away. Have we got the runway? Have we got Melbourne Airport DME yet? We don't. That's really interesting. How we don't? Let me just. We've got a dodgy VOR2. Let's just check VOR1. 1141. I'm not going crazy. Yep, 1141. Well, hopefully it finds the ILS frequency 1093. Otherwise, we'll be visual. Your mind really starts to forget you're in VR. I just got a little bit anxious then about what the fuck am I sitting in a 737 flight tech in flight. But that's alright. If we crash, we're not going to die. That's okay. Yeah. Oh, there's Melbourne. Wow, we picked up Melbourne 80 miles. That's a bit better, we were a bit high there. 80 miles from as the crow flies. We picked up Melbourne VOR. That's interesting. Well, that's a good sign. At least we know the VOR is working. Just want to reach out, just grab it. We'll go down to 8,000. No, we've definitely got lights where we didn't have lights last night. There was a massive power outage in Victoria last night when we departed. I like to believe that we've got a really thin layer of cloud just here, and it's not really thick cloud. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see the lights. That's what I'm hoping. It would be really nice if the shared co-pilot system in X-Plane would show these guys moving around. That would be pretty cool. Five, so 7, 5, okay. It's really quiet on the street tonight, guys. Is anyone still there? Oh, we had you on ground the whole time. Damn VR. Oh, I'm all by myself by the looks of it. It's alright. Play that song all by myself. What airport is that just there? Is that going to show up here? No, that's not. It's too small. Everyone's in Virgin Business class enjoying the flight. Nice save, runway 01. Well, that's definitely a small strip down there, whatever it is, that bright light just there. We should be able to see Moorabbin soon. That didn't show up on my airports, did it? No, Avalon did. No, terrain doesn't work. So one thing I forgot to do before the stream tonight is put the terrain radar into the 7.3. I forgot to do that. And I'm back. Welcome back, buddy. Situation update. We're through flight level 120 for 8,000. And we'll be touching down, be on the deck 06, so we'll be on the deck in about 15 minutes. Yeah, it's going really well so far. We've got some lights out there in the on the ground there with this very thin cloud layer by the looks of it, which is nice to see. When we flew this trip Melbourne to Hobart last night, I didn't have my scenery settings up high enough, and it looked like there was a blackout in all of Victoria. Okay, there's our descent or deceleration to maintain our speed restriction of 250 knots below 10,000 feet, which is a universal speed restriction worldwidely adopted. So when we get to 110, we'll hit transition and we'll switch from our standard 1013 to 1008, which is the local QNH for Melbourne. Now, it'll come up, yeah, standard. The FO, I'll grab it, standard. And, no, we're not there, we are in the middle there, standard, non-standard, sorry. Here we go. Looks like you're asleep with the sleep mask. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a bit tired here. Okay. So we're over the southeast suburbs of Melbourne, which is where I used to live once upon a time. I'm pretty sure this airport coming up on my left, all these bright lights coming up on my left here, is Moorabbin Airport. If that's the case, I lived just down the road from Moorabbin Airport when I was in Melbourne. Okay, there's 10,000, so let's get some landing lights on. You on, you on. We'll put the logo light on, and let's get things a little bit darker here for our arrival. Going through the layer of cloud now by the looks of it. So how does DCS and the other sim compare to X-Plane? DCS is absolutely beautiful. DCS, both natively watching it on through a desktop monitor and VR. DCS is another game where with VR has been very well implemented. Prepared 3D, 1000 level check. Prepared 3D is pretty much the gold standard. It's done by Lockheed Martin, and its VR isn't quite as advanced as this. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing in Prepared with grabbing knobs and all that sort of stuff in Prepared 3D's VR virtual reality iteration, or I guess that they've done so far. So they've all got their strong and weak points. I think X-Plane's pretty good. It doesn't have this love from the community or the support from the community, especially developers, that Prepared 3D does. So if you're looking for a really good version of like a Boeing 777 or a 747, or even this, even though this is really good, you'd have to go to something like Prepared 3D to get it. Oh, there's some cloud, and there's my strobe lights. Is that my landing lights? No, that's just cloud and lights in the cloud. That's... yeah, right. Don't remember the cloud being that bright at night. I thought that was my landing lights doing it. I'm wondering if it's something else. No, it's just going to be that bright. If I put my strobes back on... oh, that's going to give me a fit. There we go. Out of the cloud we come. We'll turn the strobes back on. Yeah, that's Moorabbin. I'm pretty sure that road down there is Springvale Road. I can see traffic driving down the road. That's cool. Yeah, that's Moorabbin just there. I used to live just off the road down there. The Wilco E190, all thoughts on it for Prepared 3D? I used to use the Wilco E190 back when Virgin had E-Jets. It was okay, it did the job. It is very much showing its age now. Oh, damn it. We're getting a few bumps. Here we are. We'll go to 2,500. There we go. Strobes back on. Okay, the next airports we've got coming up is Essendon on the left, which is the little one, and then we've got Melbourne International on the right. Ooh, we're getting thrown around a little bit. Oh no! I think it's easier if I just look down. Okay, we're out of the cloud again. It was a shame on the last day of the E190, especially with the farewell party in the hangar. Yeah, it was, buddy, it was. Oh, they've got to fix that. That's blinding. That's like a solid white light out the window. Oh no. Ah, turn it off. There's got to be a fix for that somewhere. I'm going to have to search the forums. You can't fly IFR without having to go turn your strobe light on or off every time. That's a bit annoying. Okay, we're through 5,000 in the crew. Yeah, we're going to be down here. There we go. We're on the chart just there. Coming up. And we're going to go up here and do a left turn. Through the cloud again. What the... Do I even bother? There we go. There's the... we're through the base now. Yeah, Melbourne's definitely got some... it's definitely lit up, very different to last night. Okay, we've got the localizer and the ILS has come up. We'll go VOR lock as the standby here, so LNAV will take us on, and then when the magenta dot comes over here, VOR lock or localizer will become the primary in green, and that'll fly us down the runway center line. And then when this guy here comes in, he'll put us on the glide slope, and before he comes down to the solid white line here, we'll put approach mode on, and then when he comes down to meet that line, he'll then descend us on a 3-degree glide slope to the runway. We are getting thrown around a little bit here. This will be interesting to see how we go. We're definitely going to have to keep our wits about us. So, Rocket, great tip is learn the ILS charts, which is what I'm going to put on now. So you definitely want to make sure, buddy, that the distance out there is 7 miles and 2,500 feet, and then the glide slope starts from about 6.6. You start doing your dive down, so make sure you're at that altitude well in advance, and you want to do the localizer capture first. So you want to get the aircraft with, if it's got a VOR lock like this one does, you engage that. You want to get onto the localizer first, which is the center line, before you go down. Most of them have just got an approach mode. It does a similar thing. Yeah, it is a common problem. Okay, we'll go speed intervene here. Flaps 1.
1,000 to go.
I think that's flaps 1. That looks like flaps 1. There we go, turning onto the approach. We'll go zoom one more in. Okay, we're now on our intercept heading. We'll go down there. We're a little bit quick, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the gear out now. Start switches to continuous. Gear is out. I might further drop you down a little bit. Down to 2,500 feet. We're at 2,900. Gears down. Flaps 1. Alright, we'll go flaps 5. Got the old trim wheels getting a workout.
2,500.
Okay, localizer is coming in. We've got VOR lock has just turned to the primary. It's now going to turn us on and match the dot up with the line. We'll continue to slow down here. Flaps 10. We'll go flaps 15. There we go. We're looking almost straight down the runway, as you can see here. Come on, wake up, auto throttle. We'll get a bit more. There we go. Wake up, auto throttle. There we go. Runway straight ahead of us. And what we'll do is we'll go VREF plus 5 with these winds. That's flaps 30. Ooh, easy on the wind, easy, easy. What is my speed? My speed's just here, it's 149. And approach mode. It's interesting. What are you doing there, buddy? 2000. Hold there, now we're on a glide slope. Is there an average speed? That depends purely on the aircraft, buddy. Purely on the aircraft. The box works out my speed for me. Alrighty, so mate, I'm just not going to ignore you for a second. I'm just going to do this landing and I'll be right back with you. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we're going to... Auto throttle's coming out. We have control, I have control. Out of marker. Landing checklist, we're all good. Okay, so I'm manually flying the aircraft now. I've got the power here in my right hand and I've got the yoke here in my left. Looking at the runway now, I've got 2 white lights either side and 2 red lights either side, showing me that I am on glide slope. So my touchdown speed is 140 knots. I'm keeping VREF plus 5, so 145 knots, because it is quite windy. Oh, there comes some of that wind.
$500.
500 feet stable.
$400.
400 feet. Maybe get a smidge high. Approaching minimums.
Minimum.
Landing.
200.
Oh, a bit of wind there from the left. A bit more wind there from the left.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Up. Reverses. Forward pressure on the stick. Nose is down. We don't need that much reverses.
80 knots.
80 knots. We'll go to reverses close. Auto brakes disabled. There we go. There is. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, bud. Welcome to Melbourne, everyone. That wasn't too bad. On the tiller, let's turn the runway turn off lights on. Taxi light on is already on. What did the rare light virgin do?
And his name is John C.
RW1 Runway 01 Aviation, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the channel. Alrighty, let's get the aircraft cleaned up a little bit here. So lights off, lights off, lights off, and lights off. And you do get that avatar being a sub. There you go. I don't rage as much as I should though. Off, caution, master caution, anti-ice. Weather radar off. We'll just get onto this turn before I do something else. It makes it quite difficult when you haven't got an FO. You're doing everything yourself. That guy there. Just stand by for the TCAS. What else are we missing? Let's reset you. Good standard. Back to 4.9. Off. Off. Strobe goes off. Back on the runway centerline. Oh, taxiway centerline. So we departed an hour and 18 minutes ago. Alrighty, looking down the runway 16 here. 1634. Clear left. Clear right. Strobe coming back on. Rocket, I'm using a Samsung HMD Odyssey. I've had them all, and the Samsung HMD Odyssey is by far one of the better ones. There we go, strobe coming off. We'll turn the AP on as we're getting closer to the bay now. Wait for the low oil pressure, which we've got. Start the APU. This will be Alpha here, down onto Alpha. Get a little bit quick here. So down to the Virgin Finger, which is Echo Finger. We'll go Echo 6 tonight. There's a lot of traffic here. Crazy tugs. What's this guy doing? You gonna stop for us, buddy? No? Okay. Oh, you are gonna stop. You're gonna stop right there and just crawl through. Alright, we'll knock you over with the wing. So that's 10, that's 8. This is 6 just here. Taxi light off. Don't know where to stop, but we'll take it. We'll hazard a guess. We'll say about there. I reckon that's a good place to stop. That on. Bright. AP on the bus. Shutting down. Stop you. Engine shutting down. Anti-collision light off. Fasten seatbelt sign off. Open the door. Close you. You're unlocked. There we go, guys. Welcome to Melbourne. Thought we were a bit lower than we are. The QNH is actually a little bit higher. It's climbed a bit at 440. It's actually 1011 now. Awesome stream, mate. Really enjoyed it. No, you're very welcome, buddy. You're very welcome. Let me just get the aircraft in a better position. I'll take this headset off. This is the final flight for tonight. Window heat's coming off. INS can go off. The displays look a bit different now because the aircraft just lost tracking about where it is via GPS. Hydraulics, both electronic and engine coming off. Yeah, awesome stream. Yeah, very welcome, guys. Very welcome. Alrighty, well, let's get out of this headset and have a bit of a chat. Actually, one of the things I can do is just show you what the aircraft looks like from the outside real quick. So let's go here. See, is it? Oh wow, that does something I didn't want it to do. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Wrong button. That's the perils of trying to do VR and press buttons on your keyboard. Sorry, I am sorry about that, guys. Alright, well this is what I look like. Oh, dear. Well, there you go, guys. So I hope you really enjoyed the stream tonight. It is good fun. The aircraft, or X-Plane has the ability to do shared cockpit, so two of you can fly the same aircraft, and one can be an FO, one can be a captain. I'm yet to align that with someone who wants to do it. Actually, I know there's heaps of people that want to do it. We just haven't organised our time to do it. One of my friends is very keen to learn simulators. Avalon, he flies DCS with us. He's very keen to learn simulators, particularly the 737. So I think maybe one more stream this week will be me, both of us hopefully in the 737 together, and I can run him through a leg like this and we can do a flight together in the 737, which will be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, absolutely. It would be cool if he could feed me a webcam stream from his place, and I pop him up on the right hand side. Well, we're in VR, so you can't really see us, so it's a bit hard, it's a bit tough. But anyway, guys, what I might do is, it is starting to get a little bit late for me for that early start tomorrow, unfortunately. Normally I would go for another couple of hours, but so I do apologise in advance, guys. Rocket, if you haven't already, if you jump on our Discord, if you have Discord later on, maybe when you're at home or whenever, Discord, or for anyone in general really, is a great place where we all share information about a variety of different sims. It's where I do announcements for upcoming streams and that sort of stuff. And we have a wealth of information in our sharing channel. We have a really good community there, and I'm very thankful for everyone's contributions. But what I might do there is call the stream there for tonight. If you are new to the stream or haven't seen me before, you can find out all the information about my charity streaming and where the money goes. We've got a little plug there. We've got 14 days to go. I think I set my goal there of $150 just a tad high, but that's okay. Anything for charity is fantastic, and we will do that stream at the end of the month live. Alright, thanks mate. I jumped on to check it out. Awesome buddy, no worries. RW101 again, welcome to the stream, and thanks guys. I'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.